Test. All right. That'll do. I was not expecting to have to set up some of this stuff. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Elgato had their big wavelength software update over the weekend, so some of my audio stuff has been needing to be reset up, so that's been fun. But yeah, good morning everybody. How's everybody's weekend? Hope it was good. So let's go. Let's get into this. So we got some stuff to talk about today. One of them being still not completely where I want to be with the morning show as far as like format, organization, things like that. Still trying to figure that out. But we'll get there. It'll evolve over time, I think, to something. I just kind of want to see what that is, really. But yeah, I always wanted to be. All right. So I wanted to be something upbeat though, and like talking about news and things. Not much in the way of news. I didn't really get a chance to get around to a lot of like video game news and things like that. As far as like stuff that's been going on, but I don't think there's been a lot. It's the middle of summer, so it's not really like a super not a super big news time for video games. This is more of a time usually for board games, which I haven't been keeping up too much on that. I generally don't as much during the summer. I like to more like collect the headlines in my head as far as board games go. Because generally speaking, we'd be going to Gen Con late in the summer. Gen Con is doing something this year. It's more of like a hybrid thing though, and it's not until September, so a little bit later than they usually do. And I won't be actually physically going to it. Just gonna do some online stuff of theirs, watch their Twitch stream, things like that. Yeah. Here's hoping next year, maybe next year, if they have a full normal one, whatever that's going to be now. I mean, who knows how we'll be feeling next year, if we'll be feeling any safer in large events like that by next year, who knows. But yeah, so there's gonna be lots of board game news here coming soon. But nothing's really popped out at me yet board game wise. So that's all we have as far as video game board game news. As Zelda Skyward Sword HD remake did come out on last Friday. That looks pretty good. I don't have that yet. I'm thinking about getting that because I'm thinking about possibly doing Zelda games as my next content after our horrible death in Minecraft happens, whenever that's going to happen. So I have been thinking about getting out I got the Zelda Hyrule Historia book, going through that and figuring out the Zelda games timelines. So I know it starts with Skyward Sword. I know that's the first game in the timeline. Then there's a couple more, Minish Cap something or other, and then an Ocarina of Time. And that's when it splits into two timelines. But yeah, we'll see what the next content is after that. But yeah, so Skyward Sword came out. We did get the Joy-Cons for it. Those look really good. We didn't actually have any special edition Joy-Cons. We didn't have any of the special edition ones of any games yet. And yeah, she saw the Skyward Sword ones on like the little Amazon treasure truck where they have a random item on it. And we noticed that it was like sold out and selling for more than MRSP everywhere, even on Amazon's own website. So we're like, well, we'll get it. So we got them. They're pretty nice. So maybe I'll get the game to play it with. Yep. I'm still looking around at stuff to put up here. Like if it's something pretty big right there. I'm looking to put something kind of like right here as well. But we'll see. Want to get the background of this area looking a little bit nicer, but I don't want to make it look weird if you're not looking at it from the angle that the camera is right now. Because the camera angle might not be permanent, so if I move my camera angle, I want to make sure that it still looks good and it's not completely set up just from this like one camera angle. But so that might involve, damn it, wrong hand. That might involve taking this guy down and turning it a little bit or moving it. I don't know. I don't actually know how hard that's gonna be, so yeah. Let's go into some other news. If you haven't been catching it live, both episodes are on YouTube right now. Minecraft Hardcore. We are 2 episodes in, and we haven't died yet. It's been exciting. Haven't made a super lot of risk. It's risky things yet. And then I guess I've been somewhat risk adverse. And maybe it'd be more exciting if I was a little bit more risky with it. Who knows? We have gone to the Nether. We found a Nether fortress. We've done some of that stuff. That's in the second episode. So it's not like we're just sitting around holed up in a cave doing nothing, and that's so we've been prospering and thriving without dying yet so far. So coming up tomorrow, the third episode of the Minecraft Hardcore series, we're gonna get around to expand our little house, our cave house. So what I did was, when I spawned the world, I saw there was a little hole in the side of a mountain right by spawn, and it's been working great. But now it's getting a little cramped. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of the time in tomorrow's episode probably expanding it out, making something nice. I don't know exactly what I want to do yet with it, but yeah, we'll figure something out. So that's our planned content for Tuesday, our gameplay content. Definitely going to be playing hardcore Minecraft on Tuesday. And of course, we're gonna have our Thursday stream. Both streams start at 1 p.m. Eastern and go until 5 p.m. Eastern. Thursday, obviously, tentatively will also be hardcore Minecraft unless we die tomorrow. So we'll see. Yeah, the hardcore Minecraft series is going to keep going until we die. And then once we die, move on to some other kind of content. We'll see what that is when we get there. And yeah, so those are my that's my gameplay content ideas right now, obviously. So doing Minecraft, hardcore Minecraft is our current stuff. I should go in and change my Twitch panels. I have not updated my Twitch panels in a while, so I'll probably do that. If you want to talk more, hang out more, and maybe join and start a discussion about what the next content should be for my gameplay streams, go ahead and join in our Discord. Hop on in, become part of the Soul Club, and talk there. We can talk about doing some co-op games, collaborations, things like that, what have you. Any of that, any ideas or anything like that, we could talk about that in the Soul Club. Link down at the bottom in my Twitch panels to join my Discord, the Soul Club. And if you are watching this and it is Tuesday and you're watching this on YouTube or later, look in the description of the video. Should have a link there to my Discord. If there isn't a link, if I forgot, or if it's not working because I didn't make it right, just go ahead and look me up at /GrimMethod in all social media and on Twitch. You can find it on my Twitch page as well, to join the Discord and come hang out. Anytime I play with any kind of multiplayer game or situation with anybody, it's going to be from my Discord. So if you've ever watched any of my other content, hung out while I was playing, you know, Fall Guys or Sea of Thieves or Mario Golf or Minecraft too, when it's not hardcore Minecraft, any of those things, and you want to hang out and play as well, it's not ever going to be something I randomly do from chat. It'll be something that we plan ahead of time, just because there's just too much risk for random people, if I don't know you a little bit, to put you on in a game. So go ahead, join Discord, hang out in the Soul Club. There's not any kind of like strict restrictions or things you have to do, or hoops or stairs you have to climb. Just be in the Soul Club and hanging out, and you know, ask me sometime in there or something like that if I'm going to play a multiplayer game, if you can join and stuff like that. So that's where it'll all come from, is the Soul Club. So yeah, and so other than that, future gameplay content, non-gameplay content, well, mostly non-gameplay. Well, so we're gonna talk about, like, so we still have plans for the self-improvement style streams, content, things like that. You know, so like the evening thing, that's similar to the morning show, that I wanted to do as like a safe space type of thing, to talk about all kinds of stuff. You know, we still have I still have a plan to do that. I want to make sure that I have a good thing with it. So I want to make sure I'm doing it right, and I have an idea of going in and things like that. I don't want to go in it haphazardly. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more of a bigger thing to like go and approach, as far as like talk about mental health and addiction and things like that, than it is just to hang out and talk about how your weekend was, and the morning show is, and talk about board games and things like that. So I want to make sure when it's done, that I do it right. So still tossing that idea around a little bit. And other than that, though, I do want to get some new other stuff going besides my normal gameplay streams. So one thing I want to start doing here, it probably won't be this week. If it is, it won't be like an official thing. It'll kind of be like a soft test situation. And it's gonna be like a trivia thing, like a trivia hour. Running a trivia. There's a trivia extension that I found, things like that. I think that would be fun. So I want to get that and try that out and test it. As a thing. Don't know when I'm going to do that, but I want to get a little bit of a test on it, because I think I would like that to incorporate that trivia thing in as like a chill thing to do, possibly with the evening talk content, or where people we just talk about, you know, if there's anything going on in your life, mental health, things like that, to maybe have like a trivia thing going on at the same time, so that way there's something going on, but it's not like a crazy action game or something like that. So that'll get people talking, and just more be like just a standard, like a more chill environment with a trivia thing than it would be like playing gameplay in the background. So I do want to get a test run of that sometime, but as one of the ideas I've tossed around as an evening thing while we talk about like mental health and things like that. But before we get to that though, I want to do a self-improvement day stream. And right now my current idea is playing some Ring Fit. If you don't know, that's a game on Switch. Thing. I can't reach it. And yeah, it's a bigger ring thing. It's a tension ring. Does a lot of active things like that. And so it'd be fun to do that on stream. Get people motivated to do exercise and stuff like that. So it's something I want to do as like maybe an hour stream. The only problem with that right now is I need to play that game a couple times off stream beforehand, because I don't think I can make an hour stream out of it right now. Maybe that would be funny. Maybe it would be funny. The last time I played it or did anything with it was years ago, at least a year ago, probably now, or a little bit more than a year ago, even like longer. And it was tough. It was rough stuff, man. They're relatively real exercises that you do with this tension ring. A lot of cardio, a lot of stuff like that. I'm not in shape for that kind of shit. So I want to make like an hour-long self-improvement stream a thing, but I couldn't do it right now. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to try and start it myself this week sometime. See where I am sitting at as far as my ability to even do it. And then once I do a run of that, then I can assess how I can incorporate that into an hour-long stream. I mean, it definitely won't be exercising the whole hour, but but I would like to be a little bit, if you think you can or you think you can't, right? That's something. I definitely want it. I want to get at least like a 20 to 30 minutes area with the Ring Fit. I feel like that would be a good spot to be at to start an hour-long stream of it, because then I can like talk about some stuff going into it. That'll give me like 10 minutes. Do some exercises, hang out and chat. And then obviously like a cool down period. But it would be mindset won't make you a superhero, but it will. I mean, that's mindset won't, yeah. It is all about the mindset. That is true. Yeah, so that's what I have ideas for as far as self-improvement content. And it all go down and around to the same thing where we talk about mental health and addiction and stuff like that. Generally speaking, I'm probably going to have those on the same day. Like a self-improvement day of streams. One will be earlier in the day, the workout stream, and then the evening talk, mental health stuff like that would be later in the day, early evening-ish, with the trivia type of stuff. So, but I do have that in the works. It'd be nice if I had a fun, catchy name for it by the time I get it going, but that's not as important. Yeah, so that's what we got. So this week we got Hardcore Minecraft coming up for sure tomorrow. That'll be gameplay. Possibly doing hardcore Minecraft Thursday if we don't die tomorrow, and then sometime this week I might try to do a test run of trivia. That'll be sometime like an evening thing. I probably won't announce it, it'll probably just happen. And yeah, and then future content, we'll see where that goes. That's what we got as far as the news goes with content. In other news though, big news, the other day we had been having a lot of snow, or not snow, had a lot of rain here lately, and so the other day, hanging out downstairs, you see this fat, furry, chunky thing hanging out in the backyard. It's a giant groundhog. So now he has declared war on my backyard, basically. And so I've named him Chonkus Maximus. Now this Chonkus Maximus, as I've only seen him once so far, and we scared him away a little bit when he saw us staring at him in the window. But I feel like he's not left. I feel like he's still out there. And that means he's out there digging holes in my yard. And I can't have that. So we're gonna have to find him. I'm gonna have to get him out of the yard. So the war has started between me and Maximus there. And I don't even know anything about dealing with the groundhog. Never dealt with one before. But it's gonna be something. It'll be a learning experience. So we'll see how that goes. I definitely need to remove Maximus from this situation before we get a dog, because that's not going to go well for either of them. I feel like when they find each other, if he's not gone before we get a dog. So it's yeah, there's a hole. So there's been a hole under the front of my shed, and I've been interested in who, because I filled it in a couple times and it keeps getting dug back out, and I've been interested in who's doing it. And I thought I had figured out that it was some rabbits that we have as well, because there's rabbits that hang out, which is also going to probably be a problem when we get a dog. But there's something I can really do about the rabbits. They just do whatever they want to do. They hang out this in my yard, the neighbor's yard, and one of the other neighbors' yards. Like that's what they do. So they come in and meet the dog when we get a dog. That's on them. The groundhog, I'm pretty sure, lives in this yard, because he's not sneaking in through the fence, because he's a chunky boy. And so I did see a rabbit leave the hole under the shed once, but I had just assumed that it was a hole for the rabbits. So yesterday when I went out to mow the lawn, I noticed that the hole was much larger. It looked more like a Chonkus size hole. So I'm pretty sure the groundhog lives under the shed. And yeah, when he ran away, when he saw us, he ran away behind the shed. And I don't know where he went from there. There's a bunch of leaves, trees, and stuff. So I do want to get back around there, chop all that down, see if I can't find another hole. Because he might live in a different yard, and he might just have dug into my yard. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so that's some content we will have. That'll probably be mostly depending on how this situation resolves itself. You can definitely, if you follow me on Instagram, it'll be on Instagram. Whatever happens. If I find him again, if we trap him and we got and release him somewhere else, you know, whatever happens, you'll probably be able to see that on Instagram. Unless something like crazy exciting happens, then we will probably talk about it more on the morning show. But he was big. He was very big and surprising. And I don't want to hurt him or anything like that. So this is so we'll see what happens with that situation. And yeah. That's that. So trying to think what else we got. So we got that. We got talked about hardcore Minecraft. Talked about Chonkus Maximus. Let me see. Let me see if we can do something. Let me look for this. Let me look for this boy. Here we go. Yes. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to make this visible. So this this right here. This is the culprit right up here. Chonkus Maximus. That's that fat boy right there. He's the guy that showed up. That was the picture I got of him. I did have to zoom in a little bit, so the quality is not the best. And he is looking at me with kind of like, what the hell are you looking at? But yep. So that's Chonkus. That's him declaring war on us. On the yard. And yeah. So we will we'll get around to doing something about him if and when he shows back up. I feel like it's more of a when than an if. But who knows? Maybe he just assumed it was an empty yard, and now that he knows it's not an empty yard, he just left and he won't come back. Highly doubtful, but so that's all the news we got for that. So we'll probably end this morning show a little bit early. But I do want to say, so for future content, once we die in Minecraft Hardcore, I definitely am kind of leaning more towards like that either Zelda series, chronologically, not really sort of, whatever games I can get my hands on. It might be hard to get my hands on some of them. if not, I feel like it'd be fun to do a good series of retro games. So like old school games, you know, games I grew up playing, stuff like that. And you know, kind of, and I do want to get some better animations and things like that, because you see, to go with the my summer heat theme that I kind of have going right now, because we got the pink and the purple, got that the neon pink and the purple, you know, like the 80s Vice, Miami Vice stuff, but the animations are still my green and my gray. I kind of want to change up that design a little bit, do something fun, things like that. But I've been thinking in my head that my 80s 90s retro vibe summer heat theme would go well with some retro games. So I'd probably get we probably get into the Switch games first, the regular Nintendo emulator, the Super Nintendo emulator on the Switch, and then try to get in some of the other games. It's not like a great way to play N64 games, but I might just keep it to like NES and Super NES. Anyway, those games were more obviously the NES, 85, the SNES. I want to say 91 is when that came out, but they both kind of that 80s 90s kid era. So that might be a thing that we do with content. We'll be playing some of those old games on the official Switch emulators. I think that could be fun, and get play more into that theme as we do in the summer. So, and I do want to work on a little bit more art and things like that. So I want to get back into, and I only played around with a little bit. I didn't even actually do anything with it. We got we have an iPad here, and I got the Apple Pencil, and I'd like to start drawing some stuff. Maybe I make a stream of drawing. I don't know if that would be any good. I want to practice a little bit before I make a stream of anything. I kind of want to make a little bit better of this though. My little grim face. See if I can't make that something a little bit more fun. I like the design so far. So we might not change that, but maybe just expand on it a little bit, so that way we can make cool stuff with it, like, I don't know, swag, shirts and things, who knows. But I definitely want to get it more into that, so and more, I do want to put out a set of a couple more summer heat themed emojis and things like that for people to play around with, if you're a Reaper and things like that. So I'll probably put them I'll put them out there, a couple more out there. One of them will be just anybody, and then the other one, I'm going to put one that's a tier 1, a tier 2, and tier 3, just for fun, some summer heat ones. Obviously the one we have right now. Looks like this. So it's got the sunset strips, things like that. That's the only one we've made so far. So I want to do some more of that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, but definitely, yeah. So I want to get some more, finish up my animation, stuff like that. I do want to make the Mourning Show Summer Heat starting logo animated kind of a different way. Obviously, the old logo, you know, had the sun going across it, changed colors from blue to yellow, things like that. Had the cup of coffee slide in. So I want to do something animated with the Summer Heat theme Mourning Show logo, but I just don't know what I want to do yet. So we might play around with that. But yeah, that's where we're sitting at right now for that stuff. And then yeah, then here soon we'll start working on. We'll be getting back after summer's over. We'll go back to our original colors, but by then I'll have it improved some. So when we get done with the Summer Heat theme and we get back to normal colors, I definitely want to make sure I have it spruced up a little bit more fun, things like that. I liked where it is. I liked a lot of stuff that I did, but it was also like the first time I did anything as far as animation goes, and I mean, like, there's some stuff I feel like I could do better. So we'll take a look at it and we'll see. But yeah, so that's all we got going on this week. Come on, like I said, come hang out in the Soul Club. I'm gonna definitely try to be more active there. It's definitely a little bit difficult for me to remember to stay active there, remember to get in social media. But I will try a lot harder to move some of my generic conversations and stuff like that from other discords into theirs. That way I'm more active in the Soul Club Discord. And yeah, and I was trying to stay more active on social media, things like that. I always think of all these things while we're here and hanging out, or I think about like putting stuff on social media well after the fact that I've done it. So I need to be more proactive with that, but sometimes that's just not how my little ADHD brain thinks. So, but I think last week was a lot better as far as my amount of posting goes, the content I posted on Instagram, things like that. So I'm going to try to do that again, something similar this week. Really using the service I use to schedule and plan out content. That way I don't have to think of it and remember in the future. So I have content just constantly being posted, and then then spontaneous content posted as I do it, but always just having that planned out scheduled content to get posted really helped, I think, just keep engagement going. So we're going to try to do something similar this week. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me this morning. And yeah, you guys will catch me tomorrow, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, for some more hardcore Minecraft. If you are watching this on Tuesday, if you're watching this on YouTube and it's Tuesday, I might already be doing it, depending on when you watch it, or I might be doing it later that day. I could already be dead. Who knows when you're gonna watch this? Yeah, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, hardcore Minecraft. Then Thursday, hardcore Minecraft again, if we don't die tomorrow. And yeah, so look for that. Be on the lookout if you want for a surprise trivia stream. Like I said, I won't announce it, but I want to try to do a test run of it here soon, and I'm gonna try to go for this week. And yeah, so we'll see. Won't be announced except for my go live notification. Obviously, it will go up. So that's what we have planned for this week. At least 2 gameplay contents coming this week again. Hardcore Minecraft for sure tomorrow, and we'll see what Thursday has in store. There'll definitely be house building for the first part tomorrow in Minecraft. Expanding out, making a spot for my horse to live, trying to get some name tags and stuff so I can name the horse maybe. And yeah, and then we'll go on from there. See what else we need to collect from the nether, try to farm some endermen, you know, basically everything that we have to do now is stuff that will get us killed pretty easy. So there's that to look forward to. And so yeah, we'll see you guys. Hopefully I see you guys tomorrow hanging out, just waiting for me to die in Minecraft. But it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be exciting, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, have a good week. Hopefully your weekend was great, and drink some water, stay hydrated, and stretch out. Make sure you're taking care of yourself out there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out this morning. We're out of here.